Joining me now is California Congressman Robert Garcia. Hello, good to see you as always. So let's get into this because, Congressman, it wasn't just progressives. You had some centrists who were also reportedly so infuriated with Schumer's decision. They're now encouraging AOC to run against him in a primary. How are you feeling about this today? Do you think Democrats missed an opportunity to fight back against Trump and his economic agenda for the country?
I do. I think it was a huge mistake to allow Elon Musk and Donald Trump essentially free reins to the federal budget. I think Senate Democrats, I think the Senate leader made an enormous miscalculation. This is not a time where we should be bending the knee to Donald Trump and bending the knee to Elon Musk. And this is not really a left or moderate issue within our own caucus. And this moment for me is really about what and which Democrats are actually going to stand up against Elon Musk and Donald Trump in this moment. And it's not about being progressive. It's not about being moderate. It's about who is going to be in this fight and push back and fight back. And Representative Ocasio-Cortez is absolutely correct. This was the huge mistake on the part of Senate Democrats. And House Democrats largely stayed united. We pushed back. Our leader, Hakeem Jeffries, did the right thing. And it's important that we call out this even within our own party. We have to be tougher and fight back.
So look, obviously you called the Senate Democrats out and wanted them to reject this bill, but at what cost? Because some argue a government shutdown would give Trump wide latitude to further dismantle the federal government. But then you have the House leaders who argue, okay, this new 6-month CR will give Trump and Musk the opportunity to do it. It sounds like Democrats were in a no-win situation.
No, absolutely not. I agree with Leader Jeffries and what House Democrats are trying to do. Let's be clear what was actually in this budget resolution. First, it actually cut benefits and additional programs for the American public. It cut billions and billions of dollars, for example, for veterans' health care. It tied the hands of Congress to push back on some of the tariffs that Donald Trump is trying to implement. And it essentially enshrined and gave a rubber stamp of approval to what Elon Musk is doing, rating our federal agencies. So there's no scenario where this would have been the right approach. What we should have done is fought, pushed back like the public has demanded of us, and renegotiated a shorter budget deal so we can actually put something together with some pressure, with some backbone that could actually push back to what Elon Musk is doing. This has completely tied our hands for the next few months. So now Donald Trump and Elon Musk have free rein to continue doing what they want. And the only way to stop them at this point is to fight tough and take them on in the courts.
Okay, let's talk about what Trump and Musk are doing, because they have announced plans to cut the Department of Education workforce in half, firing hundreds of staff from the General Counsel, civil rights, student aid offices. What are your constituents telling you about their concerns? What's going to happen to schools and students in your California district?
This is it's infuriating and heartbreaking. The Department of Education is the single largest supporter of education for children and students with special needs, with disabilities, not just in California classrooms, but in classrooms across the country. So if you are a parent with a student that has a disability that is in some type of program that's providing them some support in their education, this is a direct attack on those programs, because sending the money to the states that Trump wants to do essentially gives states the ability to send that money to private schools and to provide a system where actually public schools get defunded because private schools won't take those programs up. So this is a fire alarm moment for parents and for children and students with disabilities. At the same time, it's cuts like these. It's cuts, for example, to the FAA. Why the hell are we firing 400 to 500 FAA safety workers when we're having major accidents on our planes? So this is all about them trying to save money so they can give Elon Musk, his billionaire friends, and all of the billionaire class in this country huge tax breaks.
The sentiments I'm reading from you, it resembles the anger over DOGE and the cuts to government programs that's been seen significantly in force at Republican town halls across this country. It has sparked some Democrats to now hold town halls in red and swing districts after Republican leadership told members, hey, stop meeting in person with constituents. Here is what Minnesota Governor Tim Walz said Friday at his first stop on a national town hall tour. Take a listen.
There's a responsibility in this time of chaos where elected officials need to hear what people are irritated about. And I would argue that Democratic officials should hear the primal scream that's coming from America is do something, damn it, this is wrong. But this is what your representative needs to be here for. Because if they were proud of what they did, it's very hard to find an elected official who doesn't want to be in front of a crowd or a camera. When they don't want to be, you know something's up.
Do you agree with Tim Walz? Are Democrats doing what this moment calls for?
Well, first, I agree with the governor that this is a moment where people are angry, they're pissed, and they want us to match that energy. I am angry, and I'm angered that we are not fighting and pushing back harder. Now, I like Governor Walz. A lot of us are actually going around the country and are actually doing town halls in Republican districts. I've got a town hall coming up here in my own district, but I also have a town hall here in just a couple of weeks in a neighboring Republican district, because if they're not going to show up and answer questions to their constituents, we're going to do that. We should be there pushing back and actually answering the questions of people that are frustrated. And by the way, Alex, people that are showing up to these Republican town halls, they want to claim that somehow they're Democrat. Give me a break. It's a mix of their constituents. They're just too scared now to actually do them. And the National Party has now said, we're putting a lid on it. No more town halls for Republicans because they can't defend Elon Musk and Donald Trump.
Hey, listen, come back after you do that one in the neighboring town hall, that neighboring district, because I want to hear how it went for you. So we'll see you then, my friend.